Once upon a time, in a quiet village far from the noise of the world, there lived a young man who carried a heavy weight in his heart. He feared everything: the past that he could not change, the future that he could not control, and even the small moments of his daily life. Every night, he lay awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying old memories, imagining problems that had not yet come. He could not sleep. He could not rest. His mind was a storm that never stopped. One day he heard of a wise old man who lived deep in the mountains, a man known for helping lost souls find peace. So the boy gathered all his courage, packed a small bag, and began his long journey. He crossed burning deserts, thick jungles filled with the sounds of wild animals, and wide rivers that rushed like thunder. But even as he traveled, his worries followed him. Every step he took, he whispered to himself, "Why am I like this? Why can't I be calm?" Days passed, nights passed, until finally, under a sky full of shining stars, he reached a small village hidden beneath tall mountains. There, sitting under a shelter with a roof covered in green vines, was the old man. He looked peaceful, almost glowing in the moonlight. The boy approached slowly. "Grandfather," he said quietly, I think you are the one I've been searching for." The old man opened his eyes and smiled gently. "What troubles you, my son?" he asked. The boy lowered his head. "I have no peace. My past scares me. My future scares me. My thoughts do not let me live." His voice trembled. The old man stood up without another word. He walked into his yard and returned with a glass. A simple glass filled all the way to the top with water. He handed it to the boy and said, "Take this glass, walk to the bazaar and return to me, but be careful, not a single drop must fall." The boy, confused but obedient, accepted the challenge. He held the glass tightly and began walking toward the bazaar. Step by step, he moved slowly, eyes fixed on the trembling water. He heard dogs barking, children laughing, shopkeepers calling out to their customers, but he paid no attention. All he saw was the glass. When he returned, his face was full of pride. "I did it," he said. "I didn't spill a single drop." The old man nodded. "Good. Now tell me, did you hear the dogs barking?" The boy blinked. "No." "Did you hear the shopkeepers shouting?" Again the boy said, "No, I didn't." The old man smiled gently. "My son, this glass is your present moment. When you focused on it, you forgot the noise around you, the things that distract you, the things that scare you. Your past is like the barking dogs. Your future is like the shouting voices. But the present is this glass. And if you hold it carefully, life becomes peaceful." The boy stared at the glass, realizing the truth. All his life, he had chased memories behind him and fears ahead of him. But he had never lived in the moment he was standing in. Tears filled his eyes. For the first time, the storm inside him began to calm. He bowed deeply to the old man. "Thank you. I finally understand." The boy stared at the glass, realizing the truth. All his life he had chased memories behind him and fears ahead of him. But he had never lived in the moment he was standing in.